I mean, well, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, grand rising, wherever you may be. I'm just so happy to be here. My name is Rachelle, and today you are about to impose on some information that some of you have never heard, some of you've heard several times over and over and over. But the more you hear, you can never hear it enough because something else is going to stick. But if this is your first time, I would say to you, don't get any preconceived notions. I want you to take and listen because you're going to hear something that can impact your life forever, your family, your loved ones in general. My name is Rochelle. I am a part of this amazing company. And I am a health coach, and I'm just an Emerald director. Not that you know where that is, but just know that I'm a part of this company. And since I've been here, it's like I went back to school. Honestly, I've learned so much, a way that could help my body, and it's helping people in my family, people I know. And I'm just so happy to be here. So I want you to listen to this information because it truly is life-changing information. The name of this company is called Akana, and it means in the hands of God. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you are a entrepreneur, you had a guest or anyone, if you don't see them on right now, you want to call and just remind them that we're getting started. They may miss a little bit, but tell them to jump on in and get this information. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'll get out the way. All right. Hmm. Why is that not doing it? Oh, okay. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
Awesome. All right. Well, again, good morning, Grand Rising. Again, my name's Rochelle. I'm so happy to be here today. Again, the name of this amazing company is called Akana. And I love, love, love being a part of this company. But what you're about to hear today is going to be a lot about food. You know, there's a problem going in the US, and it's the food. Our CEO, Melissa Boston, coined a phrase that says, "We are digging our graves with our fork." I want you to look at these two pictures. Now, to some of you, that left picture is going to be something that you just see on a regular, but a lot of us, we don't see it enough, and we see more of that other picture. The left picture on the left is called the original diet. That means that at one time in our lives, we were eating foods like this, and it wasn't a big deal. It was just like what we did every day. We were eating the tomatoes, the squash, the carrots, the greens, all those great, colorful fruits and vegetables. But somehow it changed. It changed, and we moved over to the new diet, which you can see it has very little color. It has hardly any nutritional value, but maybe that piece of lettuce right there, and if it's a tomato or something on there. And this new diet, literally, it is killing us. That's why she coined the phrase, "We are digging our graves with our fork." Did you know in 2020, nearly 700,000 people died from cardiovascular disease? And the problem is about 1 in 5 heart attacks are silent. People didn't even know. But the damage is done for that person because they're not aware of it. They call it the silent killer. And another alarming fact is that our children from 14 to 19, I was getting up saying that in front of a church last week, and everybody's going, "Oh, what? Yeah." I'm like, yeah, 14 to 19 years old. And I've even heard from some doctors said, no, no, no. They're even earlier, 9 and 10. The children are showing as much as 40% blocked arteries. And every time I say that, I say, because I have a lot of nieces and nephews, and to think that their arteries are clogging, it should make you shiver in your boots. And you may say, that how can that be? Well, it can be. And it's even more. And it's so critical because we have heart disease. cancer, diabetes, all those things are on the rise, and which means people are living a more shortened life. Something else. Do you know if you're the significance of age 45 for African Americans? Do you know what it is? Let me tell you. If you are 45 African American, you are twice more likely to die from heart disease, twice more likely to die from heart disease. And that means more so than even in a car crash. And let me tell you why. Everybody have arteries, you guys. That's how blood flows through our body. We have arteries, but we have a problem. The problem is the dangerous atherosclerosis levels are on the rise. We want optimal arteries, but unfortunately, they're not. We want an artery where the blood flow can get through, the protein, the oxygen, all those things. We want the blood flow to get through without any hiccups. But unfortunately, that's not happening so much. You look at that left artery, it's perfect. Everything is flowing the way it should be flowing. The next artery, it's still doing pretty good, but plaque is starting to form, maybe because of a lot of that new diet. I want you to keep your mind on those pictures, because the new diet and old diet, because you're going to see why some of these problems are happening. Okay, now plaque is forming. And so, but blood is still flowing through, but it's starting to have a little bit of problem, but not much. It's still doing okay, but you need to start thinking about what you're doing. And then we have that third picture. Uh-oh, there's a lot more plaque, and arteries aren't that big either. So it won't take a whole lot. So you have more plaque forming. So now you might even have some symptoms and think it may be gas, maybe this, maybe that. But now it's getting harder because you still got the same amount of blood that needs to get through, but it's more plaque that's building up in those arteries. Oh my gosh. And then because then the third picture is more you're on a high level of issues of plaque. Now that fourth picture, it's blocked. And when you have where it's blocked, where blood can't get through, wherever part of the body it is, then you have some serious, serious problems. If this is your heart and you got blocked arteries, you're probably on your way to a stroke, a heart attack, and hopefully you didn't leave us, but this is serious, but and this is what's happening right now. But our vision, as ugly as that seems, our vision is to have a world where everyone can have access to the nutrition and resources they need to thrive, creating a healthier, more resilient communities. Through personalized wellness for your blood type, we are breaking cycles of disease and poverty, empowering families to build a legacy of health and prosperity for generations to come. Now, there are 5 key reasons why these problems impact communities. You can write these down if you like. Number one, the lack of understanding our blood types. Yeah, our blood types. Now, let me just give you the basics of our blood type. There are 4 blood types. We have an a B, a O, and a B. So if you just remember that, those are just the basics. And your blood type is a more powerful genetic fingerprint that identifies you as sure as your DNA. So when you talk about the blood type, like I just said, A is more plant-based. B, they're more omnivore, more balanced. AB, there are more ultra adaptable. There's a combination AB. And then we have O, more high protein. Now, Akana is absolutely committed to helping 1 million families learn your blood type. And you're going to find why in just a moment. You may say, well, Rachelle, blood type, really? Why in the world does that matter? You need to know your blood type because truly, it could truly save your life. It could prevent chronic illness. You can tap into your genetic advantage, boost energy, reduce inflammation, lose weight, and holistic healing. Now, your blood type is the key to unlocking your body's nutritional blueprint. So you see these pictures. You see the picture on the left. That's a young lady that looks like she has a healthy intestinal area and healthy gut where food and everything is flowing the way it's supposed to be. And putting that with the blood type diet, that helps to do that. But then you see the young man to the right, not so much. Now, once you learn a lot of what we're going to be talking about today, you can look at people and say, you could just see them, and you'll just know by the way that maybe their stomach and how it's protruding, they know that there's some health issues going on. You know, they'll say, I've heard people say that that's like a almost like a walking porta potty, not to be ugly, but to know that there's a lot of release that he needs to be doing to get his body back in health and more balance. Now, your blood type is the single most important determinant in how your body interacts with the food you eat, and if those foods will cause inflammation, digestive problems, and or weight gain. Now, as I was saying, blood type and chronic disease risk, there's an overview that they're talking about, and it's based on your blood type. You are at an increase or decrease for things like cancer, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. And like I said before, all those things are on the rise. So I'm going to give you a little bit of information on these blood types. As I said before, A, A is more agrarian. They are like nature's vegetarians, okay? But they are more prone to things like digestive and heart issues. Red meat, shrimp, crab, lobster, and dairy can be especially harmful to them. They are naturally creative and inventive and require peace and harmony. Now we have the B blood type. They are more balanced. They thrive on a diverse diet. Oh, ho, ho, but chicken, shrimp, crab, and lobster can disrupt their health. They have a more balanced immune. They have a more balanced immune and digestive system, but they are resilient, but tend to suffer from autoimmune diseases like things like IBS and other issues. You may be thinking, well, dang, Miss Rochelle, that's a lot of stuff. But just hold on, because the things that they can't have, remember, there's a lot of things that they can. And then you have O, which is me. I'm the oldest blood type. It means that we're the oldest, and we've been around longer than any blood type. Now, we thrive on a very high protein diet, but things like catfish, pork, dairy, refined carbs, white wine, and gluten can cause significant issues. We have a strong immune and digestive system, but we tend to experience more ulcers, arthritis, and thyroid issues. Then we have the AB. That is a combination of both A and B. It's more complex, but yet modern. But they are the rarest blood type that have bleeding traits of both A and B, like I said. But they must balance the dietary restrictions of both of those. So they are the most rarest, but they have to do a lot of juggling acts because they have the balance between both of those blood types. Now, our immune system, we need a healthy immune system, guys, because we have these things called lectins that's designed to come in and wreak havoc in our health. But if you have a strong immune system, we look at those lectins and we're going to slough them off. We're just going to knock them out of our body. 95% of those. However, hold on though, hold on. But that's how it's supposed to be. When our immune system get attacked by those lectins, our immune system should be able to just slough them off. And only 5% get filtered into our bloodstream where they react with and destroy red and white blood cells. But remember that picture I told you at the front. But because many of our immune systems are not as healthy as they once were, and we're not as easy to just slough off those nasty lectins. It's like we having a lot more of those lectins are now getting filtered into our red and white blood cells, destroying them because our immune system is at risk because of that what? The new diet. So I'm gonna give you a few, I have it right here. I'm gonna give you a few more foods on this avoid food list, and we're gonna talk about and this book right here, Eat Right for Your Blood Type. Mr. Peter I don't know, he wrote this book, but his father had written a book prior to him, and this will give you a lot of information about what you should not eat, what you should do every once in a while. This is a great book to get. It was released back in 1996. And so it's been out there. So if you don't have it, I would suggest get that book because it's a good it's something good to be able to put your hands on when you're not sure about something and tell you more about this blood type. Now, hey, as I was saying, they're more Hungarian, but I want you to pay close attention. Even though we said they should be more of our Hungarians eating our fruits and vegetables, even though that's true, but there's still some fruits and vegetables they still should not eat. It goes against their blood type. And some of those things are tomatoes, bananas, and we said the meat that's like pork chop and all those different meats, white potatoes, and and shrimp. That's a few listing for A. We have B, which I mentioned it a while ago, but here it is in live in picture. We have that chicken. B should not have chicken. I know a lot of us on this call love that bird, but I'm telling you, but if that bird is going to hurt you, if it's going to hurt you, then that bird need to stay and keep clocking somewhere else, but not in your body, right? So the chicken, the avocado, the black beans, the shrimp, and other crab, other different meats from the sea. And so that's things that B should not have. And then we have the O, which the catfish. I hated to hear catfish was against my blood type, and I said I'm not gonna stop eating the catfish. Having a catfish, it's a fish. But it did not take me long to say no. It's if it's I always say there should be no food that we love so much that can cause us harm. And so it didn't take me long to stop with the catfish. I eat it maybe once or twice a year now. Last year only once, because it's catfish. And so catfish, avocado, oranges, white wine, and cashews. Love the cashews, but do you ever see me hardly eat them now? No, no, I don't, because it's not worth my health. And then we have the combination there again, that complex, that more rare blood type. They have to combine both things. So that chicken, the banana, the black beans, the avocado, and the shrimp. Like I said, but like I said, you're going to see a lot of foods to avoid, but you're going to see a lot of foods that you can eat as well. So as you can see, if you notice so far, we need to learn our blood type, guys. We need to learn our blood type because it could break the generational cycle. And we want to break that generational cycle because it's killing us. But you know what? Where's the power? Where's the power to do it? It's in our hands. Now, if you don't think it's important about you not knowing your blood type, think about this. If they give the wrong blood in the hospital, you're doing a transfusion or whatever, and I've seen people do that recent up close and personal. I noticed they come in, they check, they recheck. What's your name? What's your number? What's your birthday? They may leave out doing, what's your name? What's your day? They're gonna recheck and recheck and recheck because if they give you the wrong blood, like I said, it could truly kill you. But that's not only the problem. If you continue to eat food, if you continue to eat food that goes against your blood type, trust me, guys, it also could be killing you. He said, "Oh, shoot, Rachelle, that sounds a little far-fetched. I've been going to the doctor for years. Nobody's ever told me about blood type. Why am I just learning that blood impacts my blood cells based on my blood type? Why am I just learning that? That makes absolutely no sense." And you're right. It doesn't. If it isn't taught in medical school, sweetheart, or created by Big Pharma, guess what? It isn't promoted in the United States. Big business profits over people. Big business profits over people. We've been doing that for many, many years. Let me give you some examples of how. Cigarettes came out. You saw everybody puffing away, and I was doing one of those. I started doing that when I was 13, thinking I'm cool, puffing away, hiding them from my mom. Until one time I took such a big puff, it made me so sick. I put those suckers away for a while, long time. But I did do it for a while. Cigarettes, it was supposed to be Oh, it's good for you. There's no issues. They didn't have any warning signs on it at first, but it didn't take long for all them pops to show, oh, this can cause cancer in laboratory animals. So we had to write a little snippet on those packages, right? Trans fats. Remember those arteries? That helps to do that. Trans fats. 5G cell phones. All the EMT going into our bodies. They have big towers in housing additions in areas. They know that this is not good for our health, and it's not good for us to have all that stuff transmitting into our bodies. But big profits over big business over profits over people. Genetically modified foods. That's laboratory experiments. It's not food. And then we have the beauty, the milk, the milk, the milk, the milk. Milk does the body good. They used to have everybody on that commercial with the mustache. They drink the milk and painted this little mustache. You don't see that commercial anymore. They can't even say that anymore. We're the only species, guys, that drink from another species' milk. Only milk we should be drinking from is our mama's milk. Is our mama's milk. Calves should be drinking from their mama's milk. A calf and a cow, not us. Milk doesn't do your body good. Milk causes inflammation. It causes mucus. It causes a lot of things, but it doesn't do your body good. And yet they're still serving it every day in the schools. Somebody needs to tell them. So, but guess what? Some, like I said, they told the US, some people adhere to the blood type. You know, there are some countries, Japan being one, when they told them about the blood type, they listened. They said, you know what? That sounds like a great idea. We're going to do it. They told the United States, we went like, what? You know what? We're good. No, we're good with what we're doing. We're doing. We don't need no blood type to do that. However, Japan, they did it. Number one, healthiest country. People on an average live to be about 84 years young, 84, 85 years young. They're number one as far as a healthy country, as far as health. They adhere to that blood type. So something comes from it. United States, we paid it no attention. We're the 50th healthiest country out there. And Americans, they live on an average 76 years young. African American, you look like me, maybe 71, 72 years of age. There's a significant difference there. There's a significant difference there. So let me tell you, but if you follow the blood type diet, guess what? They have anecdotal evidence that shows millions of people reported positive improvements by adhering to the blood type practices, guys. You can protect yourself from common viruses and infections and take a stand against life threatening diseases. You can achieve your ideal weight, slow the aging process, and cleanse your body of those toxins and unhealthy fats. Here's number two, there's dangerous levels of oxidation. I'm gonna give you a little. So you see these two pictures. Some of you got bananas right now looking like that in your kitchen. They've been oxidized. You see that you might have brought them and they were maybe partially green, and then they turn yellow, but quickly they were oxidized. That air has hit them, just like you see these rusting bolts. They could be nice shiny bolts, but put them in the weather for a little bit while. Put them in some water and let them sit out. You're going to see rust forming on those bolts. But guess what? Researchers have finally identified one of the most common contributors to heart disease, wrinkles, cancer, arthritis, and many of these other problems associated with oxidation. Our bodies are being oxidized. Our bodies are getting the rust. They're getting the rust. I mean, not literally rust, but our bodies are basically, I look at it on flame. They're on flame because we're not putting the antioxidants in our body. We're not giving it the polyphenols we're not doing. We're not giving it the good fat that it needs to have. And so our bodies are rusting from the inside out. It's like we need those things because it puts our bodies in flame. If you give it those things, it will start to put the fire out. But if we don't, that's that bad health on the rising. But if we start to do this, take a picture. Give it more of these amazing fruits and vegetables, this colorful diet. Goji berries, even the cocoa, the chocolate, good, the dark chocolate, 85 to 97%. That has a lot of antioxidant. The broccoli, all these things is good for your the ones that's good for your blood type. Because fruits and vegetables are loaded with plant compounds called phytonutrients, which also have antioxidant abilities. Some phytonutrients have shown to disable cancer-causing substances as well. Number three, omega-3 deficiency. We don't get enough omega-3s. We get enough sixes and nines, but we don't get enough threes. When you don't get enough threes, your cardiovascular health is at risk. Increased risk of heart attack, strokes, and high blood pressure, cognitive decline, decreased risk of depression, anxiety, Alzheimer's and dementia, chronic inflammation, accelerates the progression of diabetes, arthritis, cancer, and autoimmune disease, metabolic health, excuse me, contributes to weight gain, obesity, metabolic syndrome, contributes to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Did you know a non-alcoholic fatty liver, it still looks the same as if you were drinking a bottle of liquor every day? It looks the same. And this progress to liver cirrhosis or liver cancer by not getting these omegas. Immune function weakens immune function, making the body more susceptible to infections. Bone health increases the risk of osteoporosis, leading to fractures and a higher risk of complications, especially in our older adults. Number four, unhealthy gut. I know I say this at least 5 or 6 times a week. When you have a healthy gut, you're going to have a healthy body. No ifs, no maybes, no kinda. You will have a healthy body. Did you know 70% of your immune system is in your gut? They call it the microbiome. 70%. But gut issues arise when our diets includes improper food choices and lack sufficient fiber, probiotics, and prebiotics. Here's some signs of gut issues. So you listen to these and see if this is you. Any of this is you. Digestive issues. Honey, I can't go to the bathroom. I can go to the bathroom, but maybe once or twice a week. Weakened immune system, malabsorption, nutritional deficiencies, inflammation, skin problems, mental health challenges, weight management, hormonal imbalances, autoimmune conditions. I had a lot of these at one time. Autoimmune, hormonal imbalance, weight management. I was getting brain fog, maybe a little inflammation. I had a lot of these, and I was call myself being healthy. But when I started realizing some of the things I was still putting in my body that was not healthy, it was nothing but it was killing my system. That's what it was doing. Number five, parasite invasion. Just talked about this on one of my health talks. These parasites, guys, if you've eaten meat at probably any time in your life, and it could be on our fruits and vegetables too. That's why you should definitely clean your fruits and vegetables before you um, digest them, eat them. Number five, chronic infection. This is these little freaking worms going throughout your body. They're just going into places with the doors locked. They're gonna find a way to sliver their way in. They get in and they're wreaking havoc on our health. It looks nasty, but they're in our body. It leads to heart disease. Chronic infections and inflammation leads to heart disease, diabetes, chronic fatigue, and autoimmune disorders. They are present in autopsy. That wrecked my brain. Parasites are invading our organs, our brains, our lungs, and our liver. They're seeing this in autopsies, guys. Mental health, parasite in the brain causes depression. How many people you know that's been depressed? A lot of anxiety, and even schizophrenia. Parasites, these nasty little worms, all right? But now listen. So before I get to, so that's a lot of doom and gloom, I just said. So woosara, guys. Let's take a deep breath. Because keep listening. It gets better. This products that I'm about to share with you is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information provided herein is for informational purposes only. It's not intended as a substitute for advice from your physician or other healthcare professionals. If you are pregnant, nursing, taking medication, or have a medical condition, please consult your healthcare provider before using any nutritional supplements. Individual results may vary. Instant results. You want to get your blood type today. Start your health journey based on your biology, includes many blood type charts, like your different blood types, A, B, and O. Here's one of our blood type kits. This one is like a 4-day blood type kit, right? You get what we call bitters, flat belly fuel. You get to know what you should eat. You do a digital download. You get a simple meal replacement, detox meal. And this kit is 4 days. It goes in and it helps to remove some of that. They got that bitters tea. It's bitter. You make this tea and it's bitter. They say in Asia and different places, the bitter, the better. This kit, you're going to get a sample, or you're going to get a blood type kit. I just did a example of how you do your blood on that on my show on Monday, because it's so important. We want to connect to millions, at least 1 million people. So however we can get that word out there. But this blood type is in this kit. This kit runs you only $59.95. And you get all these things, and I'm gonna tell you more about them. But you know what? Once you get your blood type, we also have a kit that's $49.95, because you don't have to get your blood type every month. You don't have to continue to get it. Once you know it, you know it. But we say we offer both of these blood type kits because or both of these kits. The one is with the blood type. The second one has everything else: the bitters, the detox meal plan, the simple meal replacement, the shake, the fuel, and an individual digital blood type download. We have the same thing, but it doesn't offer the uh, the blood type. However, we'll always say get that first one, because once you know yours, you don't have to look too far to know that there's some other people that you know and love that don't have theirs. So we want you to continue to get that one. And so let me tell you a little bit about these products. This is a 4-day blood cleanse. It's herbal. We have an herbal bitters detox. That's this tea that I was telling you about. It's eliminator. It has in this kit, you have what is called the eliminator. It helps to eliminate, it has the mucus and parasites buster, eliminates that. We have the purifier, that's that bitters tea. That's our liquid colonic. We have the regenerator, that's our superfoods. It's all packed in. We get our superfoods, things like bladderwrack, wheatgrass, chlorella, moringa, replenish and nourish at the cellular level. So some of those things I know you've heard, and they are amazing for health. But it's something that you can take for daily life, right? You can do this, so it's something that you can take, but it's gentle enough, right? But it's powerful enough to produce results. It's gentle, it's not like exploding or anything, but you can get powerful results. It promotes a deeper elimination through your cellular renewal and clearer digestion without like that really harsh disruptions. I mentioned the flat belly fuel. It's amazing. We have it here. We have it in chocolate berry and vanilla bliss. This is a meal replacement. It tastes amazing. This you can make it in a smoothie. It's packed with nutrients and plant-based protein to help your body build lean muscle and burn fat. It is designed to address 5 key health areas of health. This is an amazing product. It has ashwagandha, some of that. Remember, I mentioned chlorella, hemp protein, aronia berry powder, um, HMB, vitamin D3, prebiotics, probiotics, apple fiber, monk fruit, and it's sweetened with stevia. So this is one of those that you can have every day if you choose to, because it's a meal replacement and it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's actually the world's first product to have all this in it. Have all these amazing things like antioxidant protection. Those omega-3s that I was telling you how important was. We know antioxidants are important for our body for health. It has omega-3. It has gut health, prebiotics, probiotic, and the fiber. I just mentioned that. It eliminates those nasty parasites, and it supports our blood type. We have it in the vanilla and the chocolate. I have both of them. I love both of them. You could just have that, and it's like I said, it's a meal replacement as well. And so it kind of came up with what we call the full body reset, the 360 reset. Because guess what, guys? It's time to reset your health naturally. You can do it like it's maybe by take a week. You make take it by the week. You can make one decision, but it's a lifetime of wellness. We have what we call the 360 preview, and that means we're going to show you how to eat. We're going to show you what to buy, what you need to get this body back on track. That's combining like raw food, cold pressed juices, and herbal formulas. This helps with toxic buildup. It targets toxic buildup, inflammation, hormonal imbalances, gut health, and designed to help your body heal itself. I've been saying for years, years, if you give your body what it needs, that's exactly what it's going to do. It will start to heal itself. Just think about this. This is the imagination because we have so many people on pill after pill after pill. I heard this guy said he was taking what we was in the gym. It was like he had like a freaking jar full of pills. It wasn't like a pills he takes throughout the week. Well, he took them throughout the week, but they were daily. And he said, "There's no way you could take that many pills and it doesn't affect something else." And he just looked like, "This is what I got to take. That's what they told me." But what if your body didn't need another prescription, but an opportunity to just heal, to just heal? Well, we have what is called the first Black Blue Zone. Blue Zone? Yes, Blue Zone. You may be saying, what is a blue zone? A blue zone are regions in the world where people live the longest, healthiest lives, are often thriving well into their 90s and hundreds with low rates of chronic disease. These communities share common habits, clean eating, daily movement, strong social connection, and purpose-driven living. Why creating the first Black Blue Zone matters. It matters, you guys. It matters. Right now, no blue zone exists where African American descendants communities laid in longevity. There's none out there. But that's why we're creating the first one. Largely, the reason is because it's largely due to the effects of poor diet, environmental stress, and limited access to culturally relevant wellness tools. By reclaiming our health through food, community, and holistic living, we're rewriting the narrative and creating the first Black Blue Zone, a place where we don't just survive, but we thrive. We have our medical advisory board. We have MDs, naturopaths, Narrow We have Dr. Smith. We have Miss Crawford, Miss Erica Montgomery, Dr. Price, Dr. Thomas. We have these are all we call them the they're 360 certified. These are our experts. They care about your health. They're part of our advisory board. Now we have a kit that you can use that is really is a game changer. We call it a 7-day cleanse, and you can get that what we call on auto ship. And this is a, like I said, it drives our health. You know, if you start to use this kit, you have amazing products in this kit. Um, Things like, and also when you get your health on point, it lowers your insurance, reduction on health related issues, lower life insurance premiums. You are because your body is healthier. Your body is healthier. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this. This kit, we call it a 7-day blood cleanse as well. It has another eliminator, removing those mucus and parasites. Again, it has the liquid colonic, our tea, and it has the regenerator, our superfoods. This 7-day kit here. And there's a lot of people doing this 7-day once a month. They're doing it once a month. And I love that because when you're doing it once a month, that means you're getting out foods, a lot of stuff that's been built in your colon, in your intestines for years. And by you doing it once a month instead of once every year or once every couple of years, you're continuing to eliminate. We have also called something called hemp govy, which is the game changer. I know a lot of you guys may not have heard of hemp govy, but you've heard of some other um, products that's out there that's going to be doing exactly what this hemp govy is doing. You can drink your way to slim. Drink your way to slim by just taking a shot of hemp govy 3 times a day. And this shot, you drink it. This is our line of drinkables allowing you to ditch the injectables where people are injecting themselves with needles to get slimmer. Well, you can do that with hemp govy. It's an amazing product. Amazing, amazing. You're going to see their slimmer waist and flatter tummy by using this product. We call it the game changer. And because it burns fat naturally, it activates your body's fat burning, burnt fat. It activates your body's fat burning potential with whole hemp derived compounds and complementary botanicals that supports thermogenesis. It boosts metabolism. It curbs your appetite. It has a natural appetite suppressant. It supports digestive health and it promotes overall well balance. Their only side effect of hemp govy is better health and weight loss. There's no side effect, no negative side effect, but there can definitely be some with some of these other products that many of us know that people are using and some of the experience that some people are getting. Um, Now, with this, you can also have, when we talk about the 360 certified, these are products that you can have a weekly coaching calls. You get private member groups. You have meal guides and grocery lists, education modules, blood type. You can learn about that blood type. You get a blood type test in your chart. Those bitters that I was telling you about. You just get the support that you need to just thrive. You're going to get all of that with this 360. I love the 360. They're really going in, helping to change people's lives, and that's why they came up with it. Now, I'm going to talk about something that some of you may have a different take on it, but just hold on. Let me go through it. Cannabis, guys, CBD, and the blood type diet. Yeah, I said cannabis because there's some things we're going to have to relearn that we think we know. So I just want you to listen. Did you know cannabis reduces inflammation? It helps manage stress and it improves digestion. Many of us think that you use cannabis CBD, that you just out to get high. No, no, no. So listen, having the blood type diet and pairing it with CBD, it can help lower stomach acids for our A blood types. It'll help lower the stomach acid. They're very high stress. They have more susceptibility to heart disease. Remember, we said that earlier. B's more susceptible to autoimmune condition and nervous system disorders. O, higher risk of inflammatory condition, arthritis, and over-acidity. And AB, they have sensitivity to digestive and immune stressors. But if you leverage both properties, the blood type diet and cannabis, alongside this blood type diet, individuals may achieve a more balanced, harmonious approach to wellness tailored to their unique biological predispositions by pairing these together. We all have in our bodies animals. You're a living creature in one way, what we call an endocannabinoid system. For short, we call it the ECS. It connects to our heart, our liver, our kidneys, our brain, just throughout our body, just throughout that. It's just throughout, it connects to many, many things throughout our body. And when you use a cannabis, it's a holistic solution. It's the key to unlocking our health. This ECS, when you take cannabis, it hits those areas. Like you take pills, it may hit, I got a headache, let me take a pill. I got a stomach ache, let me take some of this. But Cannabis, it hits the areas that it needs to go, not necessarily just one thing. Unlike pharmaceuticals that target one single symptom, the cannabinoids interact with this ECS, providing systematic benefits, offering a more natural approach to health and wellness. It brings that body back to balance. And that's what we want to do is bring the body back to balance. So let me talk about CBD. Like I said, you may need to unlearn. I had to unlearn some things I thought I knew. CBD is a compound that naturally occurs in industrial hemp. Out of the more than 85 different cannabinoids, it's the second most common next to delta 9 tetracannabinoid, that's THC. But unlike THC, CBD is non psychotropic. There is no high with CBD. There's no high. So, whatever you thought you knew, this is the truth here. You can look it up. We also have THCA. It is also a compound that naturally occurs in industrial hemp. Out of more than 100 different cannabinoids, THCA is a non-psychotropic, psycho, psycho, psychotropic, hmm, psychoactive, sorry, precursor to THC. THCA is a non-psychoactive precursor now to THC. It is found in raw cannabis, but when heated, hold on now, when you heat it through smoking, through vaping, cooking, however you heat it, that THCA converts now into THC. That is the psychoactive compound, but you got to heat it to get it. Now, guys, it's time to just elevate. It's time to elevate. And we have these amazing CBD products that's been formulated. We have our own formulation, our own proprietary blends of herbs and botanicals to elevate your well-being. Now we have something called raw cannabis. That's that THCA. This raw cannabis aligns with plant-based diets. It offers therapeutic benefits without the high, similar to like juicing cannabis leaves or flowers. If you use this product, it helps with arthritis, autoimmune disorders, anti-inflammatory, neuroprotective, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, Alzheimer, chronic pain, and cancer. It helps with a lot of things to get your body healthier and back to balance. I have these products in my right in my cabinet. RSO is concentrated. It's a CBD. It's got this oral syringe. You put it in there, and you just need a little bit. Let me say it again. You need a little bit. You don't need a lot of this. It helps with pain, anxiety, sleep, Parkinson's, anti-inflammatory, stimulates appetite, neurological neurological issues, and it's an antioxidant. So when I say Akana have some amazing products, we are known, three-party tested. That means you get exactly what we say it is. What we say it is, what it tells you on the bottle, that's exactly what you get. There's no hidden agendas that you don't know about. These products are third party tested. And we have over 70 plus products. So we can't go over all of them, but we have products like this amazing, our energy coffee, our plant-based coffee. The people on this, when I say this coffee is amazing, if you're a coffee drinker and you try this coffee, you're going to forget the other ones that you drink because you're going to love this coffee. We have so many health benefits, even from our coffee. We have essential oils, our black seed oils and the different tinctures. We have our pain relief. People are ordering so much pain relief, they just recently ran out and they had to get more pain relief because people, this is one of our number one, so people are always in pain. You see people always rubbing, hurting, this pain, and you don't need a whole lot, but it works amazingly well. Products with our hair, we have more people using the hair products. If I stop cutting my hair off, you probably be able to see it on my hair because I still use it even though I'm constantly cutting it off, but it still makes my hair healthier because I had lost a lot of my hair when I was in a point in my life, stressed out, taking care of my stepmom. I didn't know my hair was falling out. My barber didn't even tell me that my hair was falling out. And but I was just all messed up inside, just shaking and everything. And I started using these products. You don't hardly see anything missing. My hair is filled back out nicely using these products. We have also culinary products that you can put on your food. We have, like I said, we have lots and lots of products, and these products are designed to help bring your body back into balance. So even though we have a lot of products, we need people out here to talk about these products. So we're saying maybe you might want to be an influencer. You know, influencer dates, when they speak, people listen. Yes. This young lady, her name is Stormy Steele. She was the first TikTok streamer to sell over 1 million in one session. $1 million in one session. And that was great. But then we look at this young man, Lee Jack. I'm not saying if I don't know if I say his name correctly or not, but he sold over 1.7 billion with a B in sales in 12 hours, guys. Do you know what he was? You don't think that the influencers don't change anything? He sold lipstick, 1.7 billion in 12 hours of lipstick. Now, influencers, you are a game changer. We are, because people listen. Influencers hold the power to shape brand perception, drive massive sales, and create personal connection with audiences. Those who ignore this trend risk failing behind in a rapidly evolving digital economy. The influencer economy isn't just a trend, it's the future of marketing, you guys. It is the future of marketing. I can get my little thing to move forward here. Wow. So, the influence business is booming, guys. The time is now. Viral trends like things like TikTok made me buy it have reshaped consumers' behavior, driving millions into product sales. The influencer market is currently at 33 billion, billion with a B as in boy, globally. It is projected to reach 107 through 190 billion by 2030. That's in less than 5 years, guys. So when I say an influencer, they are people are listening. They are listening. And Akana was so brilliant to come up with an influencer pack. You can decide, you know what? I want to be an influencer. So they have what they call the influencer pack. You get amazing products like that 21-day reset, those vintage teas, the samples, pain cream. You get your own website, social media, Akana certification. You get paid as one of our pearls. This is one of our ranks you can have. You get paid as that whether you hit it or not for 3 months. These products you get to make, like I said, you get to make money, of course. And so you only pay $3.99, but it's like over a $500 value. He's becoming a wellness influencer. That's our wellness influencer pack. So that's an amazing way to start. We also have our certified wellness coach pack. This pack, you're going to, I mean, influencer, yes, you're going to help change the world, but this one, you're going to help change the world as well. But you're going to also do it by getting some certifications, because you're going to be able to do things like bioscans, learn how to do the blood type. You're going to get this is a $14.99 kit, but it's going to you're getting over 2,000 some dollars worth of product. Amazing to get a whole list of products, because you're out there, you're a coach, and you're influencers as well. It's all of it wrapped in one. These products, this coach pack is $14.99, but do you know how many lives you're going to touch? How many lives you're going to touch with this pack? I mean, it's to me, this is how I came in, because I just wanted what was the thing I can do the best to be of the most influence on people's life, to make the best change for people and for my own life. So you can sell these products, you can use these products, you can give away some of the products for people to test. But this is what comes in this product. You heard me mention earlier about blue zones. We creating the first black blue zone. Well, blue zones are in other areas. And you can start with the black blue zone by starting right there in your own home, getting rid of a lot of the stuff that we're doing to our bodies. talking to our neighbors. Let's start with our own house, and then you start to go out to other people. There's six actually blue zones in the world. We only have one in the United States. It's called Loma Linda. Some of those other ones you heard me mention: Japan, Singapore, Greece, Italy, Costa Rica. But we can start with our blue zone right in our home. Ekana is committed to helping 1.5 hitting 1.5% of people in the United States to learn their blood type. We got to learn that blood type. Like, that's a huge impact on our health. Now, we have to talk to a lot of people to hit that 1.5%. And that may be talking to 5 million people. But that means we just got to keep talking, and we need more people to help us talk, to help us spread this information. And if just some of those people, if we got that many people to just go and buy $50 products once a month, that would equate to over 250 million in sales. That that would be amazing. And only because Akana is doing great things with what they're already doing. But can you imagine how much further they can have reach could go? Who knows? Make it become global one day. But we need that. We want that. And we want you to be a part of that. Now we know when we reach those 5 million people, 80% is gonna say, "Oh, now I'm good. I'm good." So if 80% reject you, we're still gonna impact the million, which is what our target is, to start out impacting at least 1 million people. Now, let's talk about the business though. Did you know that when you're in a business, the first 100K to 150,000 people involved in a business will earn you up to 80% of the wealth of the company? This chart here is called the S curve. You see how it's kind of curving? Whew. We, as a kind of, we have less than 50,000 business associates, business builders, business people in the business, over less than 50,000. So where you see where it says the pioneering, the formulation pioneer, we're breaking it down, guys. We're knocking down the trees. We're starting. We may make some mistakes. We may not. We may do great. We may not. We may change our mind because we're learning. Icon has been around for over 6 years, guys, almost six and a half. This is the pioneer stage where they're growing. That's why you're going to be making 80% of the wealth of the company, because you started when the good was good. But once this company starts to rise and you see that S starts to form and it's getting to the 200, the 300, $400,000 mark, and then it went into momentum, and then it stabilized. It only goes in momentum one time. But once it stabilized, you've missed the biggest part of the money within that company. Harvard Business School says select a company at least 18 months old. 90% of companies fail their first 18 months. How old did I tell you Connor was? Almost 6.5 years old. Also, according to Harvard Business School, if a company has less than 500,000 people, it's a great opportunity. Yes. However, if it has less than 100,000, it is an opportunity of a lifetime, guys. If you are a guest on here, you have an opportunity of a lifetime, not only to get your health back on point, your family, but also to finance in your finances. You have an opportunity to build wealth with this company, wealth and health. I always blend those two together because we need those two in this world. So you have an opportunity lifetime. And I would say right now, this is that opportunity. So I would say if you are a guest, I would say right now, you high five, you call that person that invited you on this call, and you tell them how much you thank them because they wanted you to get this information. I'm going to stop the share. They wanted you to get this information because they wanted you to be able to live your best life. And you can do that with Akana. So this is the end of the presentation. I want to thank you guys for hopping on. You were amazing. I'm going to stop the recording.